What's up, everybody? Justin and Kyle are back with Thicker Than Blood podcast, episode 11.
What up?
And we are in the glorious city of Philadelphia. Our production company was kind enough to bring us into this area and let us experience a new set as opposed to being in my office, which was pretty nice. What do you think?
Yeah, this is beautiful. Totally killed it, knocked it out of the park. Salute to producer Dave. We're over in Center City in, was it Rittenhouse?
The Rittenhouse.
It is New Year's Eve today. You guys are obviously going to see us a little beyond New Year's, but it is New Year's Eve for us. We are getting ready to go down to the Nut Hut Saloon and celebrate our New Year's Eve, but we wanted to bring a special edition episode kind of themed around New Year's. We're going to talk about some stuff from the past year, from the past decade, and touch on what we thought stood out throughout 2019 and beyond. So where do you want to start?
Well, we got to start with fucking movie of the decade. Movies of the decade. So best and worst of the decade.
Yeah.
Film edition.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit. We did kind of pregame to kind of figure out where we were going to go, because obviously talking about something like movie of the decade, there's so much to cover. We did kind of come to an agreement, and we came to a disagreement in some areas.
The funny thing is about it is the best movie of the decade. When you and I spoke about it first, we landed on one, but the other ones are so good you have to bring them up in the conversation.
Yeah,
So what we did was we listed 3 movies that we thought were the best of the decade. Obviously, there's other movies that maybe we didn't, that we missed or forgot, but this is our fucking opinion, so that's what matters. So the 3 nominees in total were...
The ones that we didn't pick?
Well, yeah.
I almost went with this one as the best of, but I settled for what we did decide, because it was a better movie. But my favorite had to have been Deadpool.
It looks to kill you would be an Uzi or a shotgun. Bang!
Oh, hello. I know, right? Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my very own movie? I can't tell you, but it does rhyme with Pulverine.
Only because of how long, I think it was like 6 years waiting for that movie to come out, since they originally released the
test footage.
The test footage that Ryan Reynolds released after they shot it, I think with Fox, and then they canceled it.
I remember you're the one who showed me that.
Right, and they weren't ready to do an R-rated comic book movie, and they thought it wasn't going to get any traction. It was more themed towards kids, so they put it off. Ryan Reynolds leaked that footage, and then 6 years later finally got picked up. They made the movie, and I thought it was one of the best. I mean, obviously one of the best comic movies, but overall, I think it was just the anticipation for me. And it's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah, and you also need to look at the fact of what that movie did. It opened up a whole new genre that you could show these characters in.
And it opened up another one of the nominees that we had, which was Logan.
Logan.
Well, this is a lease. No one's going to pay to ride.
Pendejo. Cabrón. Ándale pues. Ándale pues.
A rated R comic book film. It totally changed everything. And I think it actually Deadpool broke a record for, I think, the most money made in an R-rated movie or something like that, right?
Or the comic book at least. I believe it broke shattered records in the comic book themed realm of things in terms of
the new Joker.
We're talking about when Deadpool came out. That's what we're talking about. So yeah.
But Joker just broke that record, which
Joker broke the record, right?
Which we'll have a conversation about that very shortly.
That's actually a nominee for worst.
For our worst,
worst of the decade.
Worst of the decade.
Just because I think the hype really, but we'll get into that in a second. But
the best. You said Deadpool. I brought up in a conversation Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
And you brought up Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right. So you got a Quentin Tarantino film and you got a Scorsese film.
Yeah.
Not surprised those are ending up on the list, obviously.
There's a bunch of Tarantino films. I mean, Django was a great one. I mean, anything Quentin Tarantino is just phenomenal.
You know, the hell's name? Scorsese's film landed on our best list, and then his newest one also was nominated on our worst list, The Irishman. It's kind of funny how you look at that, though.
Yeah.
Like, he was known for having the best movies ever, and at least in our eyes, in the past 10 years. Well, you know, he did Wolf of Wall Street. I thought was amazing.
Correct.
You know what I mean? It was based off of a real life person who actually did all this fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And then wrote this book in jail.
Nobody knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in circles. You know what a fugazi is?
Oh, Fugazi. It's fake.
Yeah, fugazi, it's a wazzy, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust.
And then actually guest starred in the film.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember at the end, that was Jordan Belfort announcing Leonardo DiCaprio's Jordan Belfort.
Yep.
So I was going to pick that, but then obviously you and I talked further and we landed on
Infinity War.
Yeah.
It's got to be the best. Yeah.
Yes. And not Endgame, Infinity War.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people. to see if we could become something more.
Based around one of my favorite characters of all time out of any of the comic series, which is Thanos. It incorporated, obviously, all of the characters. It was a comic book movie that I can't tell you the amount of people I saw crying at the end of it.
I'm one
Bringing out raw emotions. Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man disintegrating, I think, made a lot of people cry.
Yeah.
I was looking around like, they're coming back, right?
Yeah, right.
You know they're not killing Spider-Man. Also, though, I think one of my favorite parts of that movie is it's a movie where the villain wins. And obviously, it's the short game because more's coming and eventually he's going to lose. But Thanos won.
Yeah,
It crushed the souls of so many fans out there. And just eliminated half of the population of the comic book universe.
The most badass thing ever.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were able to reverse it, in my opinion, relatively fucking easy, is what kind of upset me with Endgame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was one of the things that pissed me off. At least with Infinity War, it lived up to the hype of how many years of movies?
Well,
it was like, 9 years of movies?
I was
Almost
going to
8
say,
years?
it had to be 9 years because it really stems from, the first Iron Man is when
Yeah,
all
it
that
was in
started?
2008.
2008,
So
right.
almost 11 years of all those films into one.
Right.
And it lived up to that fucking hype.
Right.
I felt as though Endgame didn't live up to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Infinity War did.
Endgame was just more predictable because, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
it was-
saying.
yeah,
That's the thing
yeah.
about Infinity War, no one expected Thanos to actually win. And snap his fingers and kill everybody.
Someone told me, did you know that a lot of the main characters didn't know if they were going to die in the snap or not?
Right, yeah.
Like, they didn't know until the day they shot.
Yeah.
If that's true, that's pretty fucking badass on
Yeah.
Marvel's part. We're like, oh, by the way, yeah, you're fucking dying today? They're like,
Right.
oh, all
I think
right.
it's just from a standpoint of not wanting any kind of leak. Or
I would think so.
it's just they want the raw emotion.
I would think so.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw a leak for a Marvel movie, though?
Never-
Like a legit
God,
one?
No, yeah, never.
Because apparently they're like fucking
It's
crazy.
so under
Like they
wraps.
say, like, we will kill you if you fucking spoil anything.
Keeping with the theme of Marvel, we have to get into worst of the decade. I think that really covers it. I think, obviously, you guys know what you think as far as best of the decade. There's so many to choose from.
Yeah.
But obviously, just from what our interests are, but also Infinity War shattered records.
Shattered.
I mean, fastest to 2 billion, I think it
Fastest
was,
2
right?
billion, I think.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think it
insane.
beat Avatar, which upsets me. I don't think it beat Avatar. Like the actual grand total.
Yeah, well, Avatar's also been out for a decade.
Ever. And was re-released.
Right.
But still, I thought it was the best of the decade because it wasn't just, it came out in 2019. The build-up for that movie was over the entire decade.
Yeah, 2018. But yeah, you said it came out in 2019.
Oh,
2018. But yeah, no.
But still,
was,
it was built over 10 years. It was built over the entire decade, which I think makes it the best movie of the decade.
Yeah.
So-
Well, all right. So it's easy to, not easy to pick one best of the decade, but it's easy to build up one of those. And let's tear one down. Worst of the decade.
Your
You're
pick?
nominated. My pick?
Yeah.
My pick's easy. I think most people would agree. Suicide Squad.
Hey, Jay, on behalf of everybody, welcome back. I wanted to come by and personally say thank you. You're making me good money, making you good money.
Are you sweet talking me? I love this guy. He's so intense.
What a shit fucking movie, man.
The best part of that movie was the trailer. Playing Queen, fucking Bohemian Rhapsody. It was the best part of the movie.
I guess. It was just overall, but they
Well,
destroyed a character.
You were
in the
excited
Joker.
for it at first, weren't you? Like, you were like, oh, it might be
I don't
good.
think, I don't know. I don't
Really?
think so.
I was
Maybe.
very excited. One, because you were going to see Harley Quinn on camera for the first time.
Yeah.
And it was by Smoke Show Margot Robbie, who was in Wolf of Wall Street.
Probably the best part of that movie.
And, well, honestly, that was one of my most hated things, was her
Yeah.
portrayal of Harley Quinn. It was so clear to me that it was just a big fucking act. Like, it was over the top and terrible. What they do to your favorite fucking character, pretty much.
Who's that?
In Suicide Squad.
Oh, the Joker you're talking about? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
They
jeez.
ruined him, too.
Annihilated it.
Yeah, it was the worst portrayal ever.
Yeah, this like ghetto Joker character.
Like fucking
I don't
mafia
know.
Joker.
What is the true story on that? Was like he actually like the Joker? Is he supposed to be the Joker? Or was he somebody impersonating the Joker?
They
Or,
never
like-
even led to it. But on top of that,
He actually ended up not getting a lot of time in that movie either.
no, they pulled a lot of
pulled
his scenes
it
out,
yeah.
which he was pissed about. And people were saying, and I was actually one of them, like, maybe his performance wasn't that bad, but maybe the way they did the edits in the end made it look that fucking bad.
And he was also like method acting. They said like he
Oh, he was
brought,
nuts.
dropped like a dead pig corpse into the, like when they were doing a screenwrite of the
Something
script
like that,
reading
yeah.
or something
Like,
like,
right
that.
on the
Like,
table.
Yeah, right. Something
Yeah.
weird like.
He was doing weird. I think he like sent used condoms to someone
So
on
weird.
set.
He's
You
trying to take
imagine that?
maybe a page out of Heath Ledger's book with the whole method acting of
I
the Joker.
guess so, right? Yeah, dude.
Shitty.
It was really fucking bad, man. And the guy who made the fucking movie, I think he even said, he goes, oh, well, it's not my fault this, we had almost 3 hours of, we had a full movie of 3 hours.
Right.
And then the studio's like, oh, great. Okay, now make it an hour and 45 minutes. But it's done. It's 3 hours. Okay, but you need to shave off an hour and 15 minutes.
Does anybody watch that shit? Even the people who made it are like, oh wow, this sucks. It's riding off of the comic book.
Oh,
wave,
that's all it was, man. That's his $800 million riding off of people being, fooled with this shit from DC Comics. Which brings me into another nominee, the Justice League.
We have to be ready. You, me, the others. There's an attack coming from far away.
Not coming, Bruce. It's already here. The others. Where are they?
That was another one. I think it was the case of like the studio was like, "Oh, this is great. Now shave like another half hour off of it, then we could release it."
I can't say too much about it because I couldn't watch the whole thing. I stopped.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
Like I wish I saw it with you. So you were like, "Let's fucking leave right now." It was terrible.
I couldn't watch the whole thing of Justice League. It was too bad. And I'm just not a huge DC fan anyway. So I say worst, Suicide Squad.
My worst is from Marvel would be X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever finished a movie and was actually angry.
I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I've heard all the things that the people acting in it have said about making that movie and how it was
horrible
such a
for them
miserable
too,
time.
yeah.
And they thought it was terrible as well.
Bryan Singer was the director on that one, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny. We were just talking about Bryan Singer in the car on the way here.
Yes, we were.
Did all that stuff around him happen during that movie?
With Epstein and all that?
Well, no, with Bryan Singer. Oh, I didn't know Epstein.
Yeah, Epstein's connected to that.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, that's what
we were just
about.
reading.
We were going to discuss
unless it's a different Bryan Singer.
Biggest story of 2019, obviously, is Jeffrey Epstein. We were going to talk about that, but yeah, Bryan Singer is tied like 1 degree away from Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeez.
Supposedly, that's what we read. But
we're all 6 degrees away from fucking Kevin Bacon. Jeffrey Epstein's around a lot more than fucking Kevin Bacon, so we're probably all like 2 or 3 degrees away from Jeffrey Epstein. We have no idea.
What did you guys think about the Apocalypse, like the way he was made up?
I think it was the worst portrayal of any.
Yeah.
Well, Apocalypse is one of his favorite characters.
Well, that's what I'm even biased to it because
that's why I say Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I
what
believe
they did to the Joker. I think it's what you say about Apocalypse.
Apocalypse
is
the best villain in all of Marvel Comics, in my opinion, and the best villain of the X-Men. But overall, I think just the best villain because he was the first mutant, and he is like so fucking badass and can do all this cool shit. Super strong, has cool fights. The one thing I wanted to see in that movie is someone fighting Apocalypse. You know how long that happened for? I showed it yesterday. 9 fucking seconds. That was it.
Yeah.
With fucking Quicksilver hitting him, and then he like breaks his fucking kneecap. And I was like, that was it. That was all the action in the whole goddamn movie.
Think about that.
It was terrible. You realize that's the only part where he fought anyone in the fight, except when he was like fighting fucking what's his name, Professor Xavier.
Yeah.
He's like fighting him
in his mind.
In his mind. I'm like, that's.
So are you even really fighting?
Yeah, no.
You're like dream fighting.
It was
imagine
terrible.
that they show like that whole scene like Apocalypse getting huge and chasing Xavier, and then I would have loved a cut scene to them just like sitting
in chairs like this,
just not even moving, just like kind of like Matrix shit where it goes back to them in the Matrix just laying on a bed. Neo's like doing all this shit, but really he's like just sleeping in a lazy boy. Like, that would have been great.
That would have made that movie fucking better. I'll tell you that.
My whole thing is like I can watch Apocalypse again. There was other parts of Apocalypse that I thought were good. I thought the other actors weren't terrible.
Who besides Olivia Munn?
All right, so I thought
yeah.
I thought she wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
so.
Psylocke. That was the best thing of the film.
I can watch it again. I cannot refuse to watch Suicide Squad. I just could do it. I'll leave.
I'm gonna put it on next time you're at my house. You're like, bro, I'll burn your house together.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I refuse to watch that movie again. It was terrible.
Dude, X-Men Apocalypse to me was the worst. That might be an agree to disagree because, like I said, that's the first time I actually finished a movie and was actually upset, like that I wanted to punch the fucking TV. Like, how could they do this?
The thing is, man, it's just so hard to really pick. When we say, like, it was so hard to pick one out of 2019. That's why we decided to go with the decade. And, I mean, there's so many movies.
Yeah, there's a million. You know what I mean?
But it's like,
the
decade was dominated by comic book movies. So
pretty
it's
much
kind of hard to ignore them and go elsewhere. You know?
Yeah, because obviously people are like, oh, are you kidding me? How is that the best of the decade? It's a comic book movie. That's trash.
Yeah, Lugo's probably got his skin crawling over there. We're talking about
look at his eyes.
Best of the decade.
He's like,
best of the decade.
Yes, the best of the decade.
The Avengers. Like Lugo's just like, what the fuck?
The best of the decade.
He had a full head of hair when he was in there. He literally just ripped out the front part.
There is something that we can say. We have an honorable mention also, which is a movie called Wishman.
Frank?
Is he all right?
He's not breathing.
Ever since I was a kid, I've always been on my own.
Yeah, it's right on Netflix, and it was good, and it actually made a list of what is it?
Eligible for an
Academy Award, which is probably
for best
picture.
Did you cry?
It's
No, I
dude.
didn't
I
cry.
mean, it's
I didn't cry. I didn't
overall,
cry.
it's
It was
just-
good. It was good though.
It's an incredible story. I mean, obviously,
It is.
you know, it's an
100%.
incredible story what it is, and the movie was great. I think it captured the whole thing beautifully. I mean, I was very impressed with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool to see you start watching a movie on Netflix, and the second credit in is Elride Productions. I thought that was incredible.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know, obviously, you guys see all of our stuff. Elride Productions is part of what we do, and to not even know that they were a part of that movie and to find it on Netflix, see it on Netflix, and you see Elride Productions flash up on it. Literally, the second written credit.
Second written credit, and then it had another one after that too. So it was definitely interesting and cool to see that after you just tune into something, and then Kyle calls me like, "Bro, did you see the movie Wishman?" I'm like, "No, why?" He's like, "We'll go on Netflix," and obviously I start watching. I'm like, "Holy fucking shit!"
Yeah.
Kyle messages Dave like, "Dude, what is this?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, that was something. It's
a little
good.
something.
It's on a list, you know, for best picture." So, yeah. What'd you think?
Awesome movie.
We were
It's
like,
a
"Yeah,
movie
man."
about the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the guy that started the foundation, and which is an incredible cause. It's something that really stuck out to me, especially being here in the city of Philadelphia, so close to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, where a lot of that foundation puts their work in, obviously with kids that get to make one wish, who are terminally ill. You know? So, incredible story. But that is definitely our honorable mention, considering it's close to home for us, and it turns out that it's a great movie as well. And you guys can watch it on Netflix right now. Go on Netflix, watch Wishman, and let us know what you think about it, because obviously we were blown away about it.
Well, for me, it was nice to see Tom Sizemore in something again.
Yeah.
Fucking Tom Sizemore, man. He was like one of my favorite characters in every good war movie that has ever been released.
Oh, yeah.
He was always, first of all, his name was Danny for some reason in every war movie. He was in Pearl Harbor. He was in Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
And I think he may have even been in We Were Soldiers.
Possible. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Enough about the serious stuff, Wishman and all that children's foundation stuff. Let's get into the goods.
Porno, man. Pornography.
Well, we're on the theme of comic books.
Oh,
We
man.
brought in a new segment
Oh, yeah.
about superheroes.
What are they
packing?
What are they packing?
We covered DC, so I think it's only appropriate. We just listed one of the Marvel movies as movie of the decade.
Mm-hmm.
So superheroes, what are they packing? Marvel edition, I think, is a must.
Okay. What's the first one you're going to go after here?
Well, I just had a whole question. Obviously, X-Men is part of Marvel.
Yeah.
So if we're going to talk about Marvel, the one I'm most curious about has got to be Wolverine. Wolverine, absolute ladies' man. Mind you, all of his bones are covered in adamantium.
That's true.
So
But
do you think he's walking around with an
adamantium
just
dick?
a hard-on constantly? And just constantly have this thing tucked in his tight-ass jeans he's wearing?
Wait.
Or does it work like his claws? He's just like... It's like... And he's got this indestructible wang. And that's why
bones
Jean
are-
Grey and
Wait,
fucking...
a dick isn't a bone, though, right?
It turns into one.
So Wolverine has an enormous adamantium dick.
Yeah, I mean, it's an appendage. It's gotta be... So wait, you think the adamantium stops, like, right at the fucking base of his dick? Like,
But there's no
it's gotta-
bone in a cock. Isn't it cartilage? Is it
Skeleton.
It's muscle. Muscle. There's no
You're
skeleton.
really ruining this for me.
Well,
Right?
I mean, he has regenerative powers, so
Yeah.
like if it gets hacked off, does it grow back bigger?
I think he maybe just fucking just tries it.
Yeah, right. He's like, oh, that's a
It's like
millimeter.
Deadpool. You know Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
That shit. I mean,
And
obviously.
growing all. Well,
Yeah.
they show his like fucking baby dick.
Yeah.
In the second one, right?
Yeah.
Where his like legs
Yeah,
are growing
his
back.
little hand, yeah, he gets ripped in half by Juggernaut.
By Juggernaut, yeah.
That was my biggest question. Like, what's going on down there with Wolverine? But
What are they packing
You guys
in?
just totally ruined it for me. I was totally picturing like one of his claws. But he just gets it, it's also just like burst right through his pants.
Right through his pants.
It's like, hey!
Hey, Gene, how are
Oh.
you? I was thinking he was just gonna have a normal fucking human dick, but like it was just gonna be short and fat because he's like a hunchback in the comic.
That was my biggest
So it's
concern
like-
when it
like
came
a
to
soda
what they
can
packing,
wang.
as far as Marvel goes.
Was
I
Wolverine-
couldn't really think of anybody that's probably really packing super heat in Marvel. I don't know.
Plus
Just,
Cyclops.
Oh, pathetic.
Get it?
Yeah, no, pathetic. He's got such a small penis. Why do you think Jean Grey cheats on him?
yeah, he's so insecure.
Yeah.
What about the Hulk?
Oh,
Shit, yeah.
Oh God.
that's dangerous. That's uncharted territory.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? I'm
He's got
going.
an anaconda
I'm going the opposite direction. I think he's tiny. Yes.
That's why he's so angry.
That's why he's so pissed off.
It's so huge and green and just.
Fucking small cock.
Jesus Christ.
Like, why are you so
Yeah.
pissed off? Bruce, like, my dick is small.
Yep.
Like he's just losing his mind.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be
That's why he
great.
gets pity sorrow from Black Widow all the time.
I know, right? And she still never banged him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, it's okay. Just don't turn to that green monster with a small penis.
Who do you think's packing the most heat in Marvel?
Captain America. Bro.
I knew you were gonna say why? Because he's got America's ass.
Because he's
gotta
Steve
have-
Rogers. He's got America's ass and fucking just. He's got fucking. He's in the comics at least. He's like fucking like 6'6", like 280, rock solid muscle.
What's that?
And he took a super serum that made everything on him grow ridiculously.
Yeah.
Which means his
The
dick is
steroids
probably
make your
huge.
dick bigger?
It's a super serum. I don't know. It's not the same.
But I'm saying in real life, and does steroids make your dick bigger? It's a muscle. Did we just talk about this?
No. From what I heard,
I always thought it made it smaller.
No.
And they just get like ED and shit like that.
Because that's because it messes with your testosterone. But I heard that when people are juicing, they have more of a pump. There's more blood volume. Okay.
Right. Okay.
And obviously, if you have circulation like that going everywhere, that's why they will get like veinier on a cycle and shit.
Yeah.
You know, your dick fills with blood. I would think they say it like just looks more swollen when it's soft.
I think you're going Captain America. Who's packing the most in Marvel? I'm going Tony Stark. Tony Stark, man.
Maybe
The
you're
guy
right.
is so fucking smart. You don't think he formulated a way to make his junk huge? He's always got bitches.
Yeah,
Well,
and
no,
you know
not
how?
only is
Yeah,
because he's got pepper.
his dad did with a German science. You know what they did? They gave it to Steve Rogers. That's
But
the
I bet
serum.
you Stark's packing heat.
Stark's packing heat.
Yeah.
Do you think that Stark, when he's in the Iron Man suit, if he gets a hard on, he leaves enough room in the suit for it?
I bet you that suit is jerking him off as he's flying around. What are you talking about?
He's got.
You think a guy's that smart has a suit that does all that and that thing's not sucking him? Doesn't have a fleshlight, a football fleshlight.
He's got a football flashlight. That's what I was trying to say.
That's gonna be
the
my
launch.
Iron Man suit. That is like red and gold.
Giant red
It's like
launch.
hanging off of a fucking Iron Man suit. You don't think Tony Stark has got something in there doing that for him, dude? Come on, man.
You would think, I guess, but like,
Oh, come on.
yeah, but how would you concentrate on anything with that
He's
going
nice
on?
and relaxed, man. He's got to be poised.
Not only that, dude. What if he has post-nut clarity about what's going on? He comes, he's like, "What the fuck am I doing? Why am I flying around? I'm rich."
Hey,
I might just pick Stark just from fucking thinking about a suit that blows you. I mean, that'd be a good idea.
Well, you guys let us know. Take your pick. Who's packing the most for Marvel? Pornography.
Yeah.
Again, New Year's themed.
Yeah. So we're gonna go my porn star of the year of
Yes.
2019. So Justin's porn star pick for 2019.
Yep.
And I have to pick Allison Tyler.
Allison Tyler?
Yes. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't pay attention to names like you.
Okay, yeah. Well, Allison Tyler, this is a different one because once you see her, you're like, oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
She is like 6'1".
Okay.
Like, she's 6'1". She's fucking huge. All right?
I've never been with a girl over 6 foot. I've never been with a girl that's 6 foot, but
Yeah, just imagine like how fucking tall that is. And she's a fucking
I've met
beast.
people that are 6'1", yeah.
Yeah, but like, you met a girl that's 6'1"?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I've just never banged her.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
imagine banging her.
So why is she your pick for best of the year?
Because she just has such good videos in the past. One specifically is one of my go-tos. You know, everyone has their go-to.
Mhm.
You know, you're short on time.
So what's your go-to?
My wife's hot friend. That was like,
Okay.
that's what it was called, my wife's hot friend. So it's like dude with tattoos who clearly does not own the house he's living in. He's like, he looks like he's like 20 years old. It's like a beautiful home.
Mm-hmm.
And so then obviously they're in the kitchen and I guess he's like washing dishes and there's like a picnic going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then she comes in and she's like, oh, hi Clover. How are you? And
Good,
this,
good.
Literally within 5 minutes she goes, oh, she told me you had a big dick. I was like,
Jesus
ew.
Christ.
Who does that?
No. Trust me, I'm sure there's people
Yeah,
that they didn't
yeah.
just come up with that on them.
I know,
That
yeah.
happens. So what's your Allison Tyler?
Allison Tyler, yeah.
I gotta check her out. That's
Yeah.
pretty. So hopefully next year we go to Exotica, maybe we can find her and let her know she was Thicker Than Blood's pick for Porn Star of the Year of 2019.
God.
Who the fuck is Thicker Than Blood? What? Who
that's-
are you? We're out of here.
Oh,
Exactly.
he's a step stool.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
That's a
But
good
yeah.
pick. I'm gonna have to check her out.
Oh, she's my favorite, too.
Well, we talk about porn so much, I figured it was good, right, that we just honored.
On
someone
one
that-
of the year.
Yeah, and you pay so much attention to names and shit. I figured you would know.
I think I pay a little too much attention to names.
Not just names, every part of it. All
And the
kinds of
scenery
background
means a
information
lot.
and their
Like,
catalog and
listen, the storyline is
Dialogue.
important. Dave, right? Isn't the storyline important to everything?
It's the most important part.
See, he knows.
What makes it a movie?
Yeah, see?
I'm pretty sure the most important part of porn is showing penetration. I think 80% of people that watch porn don't give a fuck what they're saying and what's going on or anything like that. I think it's all just, let's skip to the part where she's sticking a wang in her.
I don't think that's true. How do you think that's true? Because they've become more elaborate with storylines now.
Because it's so easy to shoot and film things.
Well, it's supply and demand at that point. You think they just felt like, oh, why don't we add a whole fucking set and storyline to every porno we shoot now and cost more money when we literally just film two people in a bed banging? They upped the production value probably because people are saying, like, we want storylines and shit.
Jesus.
People like me. All right,
Exotica.
so let's move into what's the etiquette because I'm sure we got a good etiquette for today.
Yeah. Well, it's based around what we're here for, New Year's.
So
our what's the etiquette segment for the final one of the year, of the new year, would be New Year's resolutions. Mm-hmm. So common. The thing that made me think about it is that you start seeing people put up these ridiculous New Year's resolutions that you know they're not going to attain or they're going to give up within 3 days of trying it.
Have you ever done one?
No, because wouldn't wait just for the new year to say something. I think everybody kind of has an idea, like, all right, new year, like, time to stop doing certain things. And, clean up my act a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, the most common one is the gym. So I'm dreading going to the gym in the next couple of weeks because it's going to be packed all the time.
Yeah.
People end up giving it up. I mean, but that's like, I think that's like a given. Just to be healthier, like you should. As we get older, the goal should be to be healthier.
Yeah, and live longer.
Whether that's going to the gym or eating better or not eating like a slob, because it just gets more and more difficult as you get older to stay healthy and in shape.
But you realize that almost every person that makes that New Year's resolution, maybe they do get in shape, but it doesn't stick.
Yeah, well,
it never sticks.
It's truly a lifestyle. Like you have to stay on it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I just saw. You see, Franco Colombo died not too long ago, and you see that he was like a chiropractor, looked like a really old man. But I was thinking, like, man, that guy was in the best shape. You know, had one of the best bodies on the planet. And eventually, we all get to where he was. Yeah. And eventually, we all get to where he was. So, like, how much is it worth to really kill yourself in the gym and try and be in this exceptional shape? Like, I think it's just a matter of maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
You would think, yeah.
Right. It's not. You don't have to kill yourself in the gym and CrossFit and all that other silly shit.
Well, dude, he probably was fucking banging a bunch of chicks with Arnold, man.
Yeah. Well, the guys were also sauced out of their fucking
sauced out of their mind, just fucking probably horny as fuck from being on all the tests.
Yeah, but just seeing how like
eating
a guy like Franco Colombo eventually get to what we're all destined for.
Oh yeah, it all leads to the same
spot. You can't maintain that. It kind of like made me realize like you don't have to be so crazy about everything. Like just all about consistency and maintaining like a certain level of health, just so you can get to where Franco Colombo got.
So what would be your New Year's resolution, even though you don't do them?
It'd have to be consistency, just sticking with
In general?
In my life, I found that I've started a lot of things and ended up putting it down. Mm-hmm. So the same way I'm critiquing everybody for not sticking with their New Year, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Mine is going to be to actually stick to what I start. More importantly, things like this, the podcast, not getting discouraged by things, and keep it going, believing in it, believing in something. Stop the negative self-talk, and I would say, maybe my resolution is more positive self-talk. Because a lot of times I get in my own head and talk myself out of stuff. Mm-hmm. And right now, there's no reason for me to not realize that I could do whatever the fuck I want. Mm-hmm. So my New Year's resolution is just to remain consistent with positive self-talk.
I like that. That's pretty good, man. It's better than mine.
Yeah. So the etiquette's to keep it going longer than 3 days.
For sure.
The etiquette is to... Well, I think the etiquette is to pick something that you can actually do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something attainable.
Yeah, that's not like ridiculous. Some people make these fucking resolutions that are crazy.
So what's your New Year's resolution?
Mine, I like yours, but yours was good. No, man, mine would definitely be. I don't want to use the word consistency because that's what you said, but just making sure that no matter what, that we keep doing this, which is consistency with this.
So your resolution is to keep pushing the podcast? That's your resolution?
Every week.
To carry it through?
Yes, to keep doing this.
Yeah. No
matter what. Because like you said, when you want to do something, 9 times out of 10, people will stop before they get to the goal. That's just how, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Look at New Year's resolutions. No one ever keeps them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least with this, if we make a resolution to actually focus on the podcast and keep going and pushing it more and more and more and keep doing everything we want to do, essentially what are we doing? we're making a resolution to follow our dream, which I think is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Of what we want to do. Which also reminds us that my other New Year's resolution is the same as his.
You'll get to.
Oh, I get to. People make more than one. It's not a wish.
Go ahead.
Fucking, you're setting a chore list up for yourself. Dude, we fucking go and do what we want to do in Atlantic City and do the fucking stand-up.
You want to do the stand-up?
Yes, that's going to be one of our New Year's resolutions. What do you think?
All right. Not tell anybody.
You just tell
go
them.
somewhere. Yeah, but like I don't want to tell anybody about it. I don't want anybody to be. I want to go somewhere where nobody knows who I am. Go in and try it. So if I bomb, I don't look like an idiot in front of my friends. And then if I do good, I'll be like, yeah, I'm a comedian now. Yeah. I do stand up.
We decided that we're gonna, like, he said he's always wanted to do it, so I said I would go and I would also do a set with him. So I think it's gonna be really fun when we do that, and it's gonna happen this year.
All right,
no matter what.
Well, that's your resolution, so I don't give a fuck if we don't do it.
Well, I'm roping you into it, you fucking piece of shit, because you're part of my resolution.
All right.
So you're doing it.
I'm down, man. That's if you ask me if there was one thing that I could do and make a living off of it, that would definitely be it. Stand-up comedy. Yeah. If I were good at it, you know.
Yeah, of course. You know. Well, we don't know yet. We're gonna find out.
You gotta script it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna find
Steve
out.
on the scripts.
Yeah, right.
God damn it.
So you gotta script it, bro.
You don't want to sit up
Script
there
it.
with
You gotta
cold
script
feet,
it.
looking like an idiot.
Everybody bombs though, man. The
Everyone.
best have bombed.
The best have bombed.
Dave
They all say
Chappelle's
it.
been booed off stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not even that long ago.
While he was extremely famous.
Yeah.
So, and in the beginning, I think every comedian says the same thing. Everybody sucks in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so no, that's my New Year's resolution. I think we both should do it. And
awesome.
It's something that doesn't have to fucking take the whole year to do. We can literally do it next month.
Sure.
Alrighty then.
I got some writing to do. Well, that being said, I think that kind of brings us to a close of the New Year's, man. Let's go fucking party it up.
Yeah, we're gonna head over to the Nut Hut Saloon and go to the party, and that's gonna be fucking awesome. So, like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and remember, 2020 is gonna be a totally different year, not just for us, but for everybody that watches us, because you're gonna see some funny fucking shit. We got a ton of plans coming up, as we've been saying for the past month.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a ton of plans coming up, a ton of fun stuff that we're gonna be doing, and hopefully, when we get to the party, we get right in, because I do believe that we are on the list.
Should be.
Yes.
Well, it was kind of funny getting into this place. We were supposed to be on the list.
Yeah, we're supposed to be on the list here too. So we might not be on the list at the other place.
Walking up, really nice lady at the front desk, dressed in her top flight security garb, and she's like, "Oh, can I help you guys?" I'm like, "Yeah, we have reservations. We're getting a room here." Okay, what's the last name? And I'm like, "Oh, I give her my last name. I'm like, we should be on there." She looks at her screen, which is tilted towards me. I could see the whole screen with a list of literally 4 names on it. And she's like, no, I don't see it on there. Is it shorts under your name? I'm like, well, maybe it's under his name. I remember the guy that set it up for us asked me for his last name specifically. So check this one. So I give her his last name. So she does the same thing, runs her finger past the 4 people. No, that one's not on there either. I'm like, okay. I start looking at my phone. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's... I kind of look at the list of names. I'm like, maybe it's under the guy that booked the room for us. And I gave him his last name.
Gave the name. She
did the same thing.
Got it!
Oh! That's it right there.
You
no
are.
problem. Hands us a bag of keys. She's like, all right, enjoy your stay. And that was it.
That was it.
And we got right in.
Yeah, and we had 800 bags with us. It's probably like, yeah, that's not C4.
So, yeah, right. We had like 3 bags.
Yeah, 3 bags. Like,
I had an axe over my shoulder.
I have this fucking
His
mustache.
ski mask on. Yeah.
I have this mustache. What more do you need? Like,
Walking,
yeah, we're coming.
Screwing a silencer on a pistol. I'm like, I think we have a reservation.
We basically just turned this into Die Hard. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it, but yeah, we just turned this into Die Hard 1.
But it was awesome. So yeah, hopefully we're on the list again to the Nut Hut.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Who
Who knows? Maybe everyone else is going to find out, because we're actually going to do some shooting at the location possibly. So if we get to do that, you get to see where we're going and see how much fun we're having. Yeah. So, but we got to get through the list first.
That's that. Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a safe one. And yeah, we'll see you in 2020. We're out.
Yep.
Peace.